This is Destiny Waichigo, and this is the reading for Esther chapter 2, verses 9 through 18. She pleased him and won his favor. Immediately he provided her with beauty treatments and special food. He assigned to her 7 female attendants selected from the king's palace and moved her and her attendants into the best place in the harem. Esther had not revealed her nationality and family background because Mordecai had forbidden her to do so. Every day he walked back and forth near the courtyard of the harem to find out how Esther was and what was happening to her. Before a young woman's turn came to go into King Xerxes, she had to complete 12 months of beauty treatments prescribed for the women, 6 months with oil of myrrh, and 6 with perfumes and cosmetics. And this is how she would go to the king. Anything she wanted was given to her to take with her from the harem to the king's palace. In the evening, she would go there, and in the morning she would return to another part of the harem to care of Shashgaz, the king's eunuch who was in charge of the concubines. She would not return to the king unless he was pleased with her and summoned by her name. When the turn came from Esther, the young woman Mordecai had adopted, the daughter of his uncle Abihail, to go to the king, she asked for nothing other than what Haggai, the king's eunuch who was in charge of the harem, suggested. And Esther won the favor of everyone who saw her. She was then taken to King Xerxes in the royal residence of the 10 months, the month of Tebeth in the 7th year of his reign. Now the king was attracted to Esther more than any of the other women, and she won his favor and approval more than any of the other virgins. So he set a royal crown on her head and made her queen instead of Vashti. And the king gave a great banquet, Esther's banquet, for all his nobles and officials. He proclaimed a holiday throughout the provinces and distributed with royal liberty.
Good morning, young people. This is Humphrey back again to discuss the book of Esther, chapter 2. Today I'm going to cover verses 9 to 18. The rest has been covered pretty much by my friends. And we are at a point where King Vashti has just been fired, really fired, because the king is so angry. He seeks the counsel of his leadership, and the immediate acceptable counsel is to search for the next queen. And a couple of women all over the city of Susa and probably beyond, they are brought in the harem, whereby Haggai, a eunuch of the king, takes care of these women. But Queen Esther, not Queen Esther at the point, Esther wins the favor of Haggai. And what Haggai does immediately is to give her special treatment, something that is not really maybe done to anyone else. And she gets special food. She gets 7 female attendants to take care of her, and then she gets placed in the best place in harem. So what am I saying here? Esther finds favor, which is a big deal to me. You know, sometimes you and I, we don't have anything to show up for a job interview or a special thing that's happening where somebody is really needed, and everybody has a special person they know. But you, me, sometimes we have nothing to show but our faith. But I thank God because He fights for us. He makes sure if that is His will, whatever it is, He's going to do it for us. We're going to get it. What we need sometimes is just the blessing of God, the favor of God to get that which He wants us to get to. At the final part of this, Esther wins the contest and becomes the next queen. Who knew? An orphan would get this seat. She was not even a citizen really by birth. Well, maybe by birth she was, but her origin, her ancestry land was not in Susa. But God gives favor to such a woman at such a time like this. So let's wait and see what God is going to do with the Israelites, especially using Esther. God bless you. Until next time.